better representation of where the fuck that I came from. They knocking down the projects and filling them up a graveyard, knocking off a nigga and sending him to bring me. Man, no bitch in my blood. If you cross the line, I'm gon' fuck you up. You gon' sleep in your blood. I done lost a mind, I done lost my dog. I had to slide on my gloves. I don't tolerate no disrespect. You gon' get that in blood. You gon' get that in blood. You ain't bout that life. You ain't bout that life. You ain't bout that life. You ain't bout that. You ain't bout that. You ain't bout that fucking life. You ain't bout that life. You ain't bout that life. You ain't bout that. You ain't bout that. You ain't bout that fucking life.
Talking about the streets, but we out here in it. I'm on that lurk, I'm on that lurk. You better pay attention. Bitch, nigga never touched them central like a benches. Put chains on his head and cut through the witness. I think
Score camper. This is the C mark.
All right, let's get right. Come on.
Before we get into football, and there's a lot to unpack there, I love the vibe. I mean, some of these outfits, we go tank top and then the all black.
Yeah, that was a little Bruce Lee vibe. Yeah, I got that. I seen the suit and it was just like, kind of clicked and then...
Yeah. Who's styling you? Is this all you?
Yeah,
don't cut yourself on these rings, you know?
No, it's all me. It's all, I tell you, I take pride in that. I've always believed you look good, you play good, so.
Ridiculous.
Want to talk football?
We can.
How could you not when you're 7-0?
I don't see it as that.
What do you see it as?
I prepare each week the same. Obviously, we're 7-0, but the past is the past.
I'm going to have you talk about him in just a second. Last year, you guys, at this point of the season, were 5-2. You finish 8-8. You don't go to the playoffs. What do you think you learned?
And I think it goes back to the
This matchup obviously is huge. One of the best to do it, Aaron Rodgers on the other side of the field. How much does that excite you walking into this?
It's very exciting. Growing up watching him, he's a bad dude. You know, he's Aaron Rodgers. Just watching his highlights, the way the ball comes out of his hands, swag he plays with. I've never got to meet him, but I'm excited to go head-to-head with him and compete. As I grew up, I really realized, you know, the art of the position and, you know, how hard it is and you know, what it takes and what he does on the field for his team is special, and it's real. Prime time Thursday night, it doesn't really get much better than this. As a kid, you know, this is what I dreamed about.
Knowing how much you love watching him and knowing that this is the first time you guys really have met. You guys are 7-0. What are we walking into the stadium in? Come on.
I actually don't know yet.
Do you want my opinion?
I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. I'm going in blind right now.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
This guy. Well, action here before our biggest Thursday night football game of the year. Unfortunately, Kyler not wearing Wear or MSX. He's rocking a little Gucci bomber jacket, and thanks to my girlfriends for helping me out with this one. Goyard. Little man purse there. I love that. Greg Olson, you have a thing or two about man purses. I used to talk to you on the field when you'd roll in with yours, you know? What'd you roll in tonight with?
Yeah, I wasn't rolling in. Me and Kyler are kind of cut from two different cloths there. My outfits were a lot more random, generic.
Indiana Jones had one.
Yeah, random, generic guy. You know what tonight feels like? It seems like every few years, right, one of these young quarterbacks, they have their moment, right, where they kind of elevate into that elite category across the league. There's a little bit of a proverbial passing of the torch. He's accumulating wins. He's accumulating the statistics. Can he have his signature moment of his career tonight against a former MVP, an all-time great in Aaron Jones? If he does that tonight, I think, with or without it, he's the front runner for the MVP. The season ends today. He's the guy.
You know, he's accumulating wins and accumulating statistics because they've accumulated some players for him. You take a look at it. This time last year, he basically had DeAndre Hopkins as the guy.
Look at this guy's like a FedEx delivery guy. This is distribution and the best in the league right here. Look at this guy. He's got legit 2 #1 receivers outside, 2 legitimate slot players inside. They have so many targets, so many weapons, 2 legitimate running backs. Then they add a tight end who fills in for Max Williams. I mean, they got it all, man. And don't forget, they can still run the rock.
And by the way,
do it all.
DeAndre Hopkins, he was legitimately
banged up all week long there. There was concern about his hamstring, but I texted with him about 90 minutes ago. He says, I'm good. I'm full go. I said, Olsen's been bothering me. Should he start you on his fantasy team? He said, I'm a full go. That's all I'm saying.
So start him.
He said he's a full go.
The only thing my kid asked me, he didn't even care where I was going. He's like, you got to find out if I'm starting Hopkins on my fantasy team.
And by the way, I live in Arizona. It feels like the NFC Championship game out there. There were rallies last night from Cardinals fans. There were Packer bars all over. It feels different. His game feels different out there.
And, Michael, with good reason. I mean, these are the two top teams record-wise in the NFC.
Oh, yeah, Kurt. And I got to say, I love watching these features because you learn so much about a guy's personality. The Goyard bag. I got to say, my dog Enzo, he has a Goyard collar, too. Just to let y'all know Enzo's fresh to
I wonder
death.
what Julie Johnson's dog has right now.
Oh, she was a sweetheart. But also, the whole thing about Kyler Murray and Bruce Lee. What did Bruce Lee say? Flow like this kid. He just flows in and out of every situation, and that's why he's been successful. You talked about the four receivers with over 300 yards apiece. That just doesn't happen. That's because this kid just realizes whoever's open's getting the ball. He's created a competition among his receiving core that only makes this team better. So, Kyler Murray, keep on flowing.
All right, and for the record, we're not making fun of Julie Johnson.
No.
We're making fun of him
Michael, yes.
for continually trying to get people to. All right, it's almost
Well, she
game
was
time.
smarter than me, so she's
Obviously,
winning.
Finished
that's why
first
she
in her
finished
class,
first.
you were last.
It's just about game time. You know what? You at home, though, you still got some time to win some of Terry Bradshaw's money. All you got to do is scan the QR code and play the Fox Bet Super 6 app for free. And you get a shot at $25,000. Over the last 3 weeks, the jackpot has been given away, so you could be next tonight. Let's get to the picks for this game.
You know I take a risk, Kurt, because I'm that guy. Green Bay by 3.
Oh, Greg.
I usually never bet against Aaron Rodgers, except tonight, Arizona by 3.
Ooh, I got to go Arizona by 7. It's basketball on grass, man. They're too fast-paced. It's always a fast break.
I don't make picks. Don't look at me.
All right, Michael, thank you so much. Always great to see you from New York. We'll see you on the pregame show on Sunday. That'll do it for the GMC kickoff show from Los Angeles. It's time to hit the road for game 2022 GMC Yukon Denali. Joe, Troy, Aaron, and Christina will take over next as two of the top teams in the league meet under the Thursday night lights. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers will try to hand Kyler Murray and the Cardinals their first loss of the year. Enjoy the game. We will see you again at halftime.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
We are back, folks. We can see people again. Can you believe it? It was more than any loss in love. Baby, if I
Terry, I'm assuming that's more of your own money that you're giving away to the winners of the Fox Bet Super 6.
That's right. And everybody loves me.
I feel like I need to tell you, I need to remind you, Terry, this is your money. Download the free-to-play Fox Bet Super 6 app, pick 6 NFL outcomes for a chance to win Terry's money.
Feel it now every time I leave. It hits me hard and it cuts me deep. Every mile on my path leads to you. It leads to you.
Hello! I'm good.
I think something's wrong with him.
Water tastes like, well, water. So we fixed it. Mio.
I got the feeling. It's time to ride. It's time to ride. Let's go! Now tell me what else do you want?
Welcome back, you glorious super fan. The game is back on and waiting for you. So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light Platinum.
Already cracked,
6%
baby.
alcohol, they're brewed for the night. And so are you.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. Welcome to the desert, Glendale, Arizona. What a matchup tonight to kick off Week 8. The 6-1 Green Bay Packers against the league's only unbeaten team, the Arizona Cardinals, at 7-0. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman. They're the best records in the National Football League. You and I were there Week 1 when the Green Bay Packers, let's just say they didn't play so well right out of the gate. But they've won 6 in a row since then. Aaron Rodgers is playing great, but they come into this game without their top 3 receivers. How do they get this done tonight?
Well, I think there's a little bit of an unknown even amongst themselves as to how they're going to go about doing this. The one thing we do know is they still have Aaron Rodgers, and when they've been shorthanded in the 2 years that Matt LaFleur has been their head coach, they've come up with answers in being able to move the football, and I expect them to again tonight. More than the offense, I wonder what the defense is going to do, because if this game turns into some kind of shootout, then I don't know that it matters what they do on offense. They're going to have some problems.
Well, let's say this about Arizona. Their defense is very underrated. Yes, they do lose J.J. Watt. We'll get into that. But you can't do a Cardinals game and not talk about their quarterback. They spread it around. They've got 4 receivers on the outside they use a lot. And the guy in the center of it all is Kyler Murray.
Well, he's playing great. I mean, he really is. He's right now the leading MVP candidate. He's come so far now in his 3rd year that he's not just the guy who runs around and makes everybody miss. He's throwing from the pocket. When he gets outside the pocket, he's looking to get the ball down the field. He's as confident a quarterback as there is in the league right now. Looking forward to this ball.
For more on that, down to the field, the Kyler Murray side, here's Christina Pink.
Well, Joe, it is official. Kyler Murray has arrived in his 3rd season. He's putting up similar numbers to a certain quarterback. His MVP campaign last season, but Murray has a higher completion percentage and passing yards through 7 games this season. And to say he's an Aaron Rodgers fan might be an understatement. That is his favorite quarterback. And I asked him about number 12 in warm-ups today, and he said, man, that guy is special. Stopped dead in his tracks and said he is that guy. He views him similar to a Kobe or LeBron. He said he'll be locked into the game, but he'll be watching Aaron, number 12, on the opposing sideline tonight. Yeah, Christina, and what does Kyler Murray love so much about Aaron Rodgers? He told me just watching the highlights, the way the ball would come out of his hands. He said, I love Rodgers' swagger. He called him one bad dude. Well, that dude, Aaron Rodgers, told us he was flattered by those compliments. He said, I love watching this kid. What will he tell him after he meets him for the first time at the end of the game? Joe, what he tells all the quarterbacks, the young ones, don't be afraid to get down and
more
slide.
of this water. Hand me that bucket out of there, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's the issue with Kyler Murray. Obviously not a big-body quarterback. He's been sacked 16 times through the first 7 games. Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes, and congrats to them on their 25th anniversary. Okay. Arizona won the toss. They defer. We'll see the Green Bay offense to start this night. And that offense will start at the 25. So there's no Devontae Adams. There's no Allen Lazard. There's no Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But they do have Cobb, Amari Rodgers, Equanimous St. Brown, Juwan Winfrey, and Malik Taylor. And a good tight end in Robert Tonyan, who may get a little more action after having his season highs on Sunday against Washington. Should be a fun night. Little pitch. Jones running to his left. Tries the stiff arm, and he's ridden out of bounds by Jalen Thompson. And right out of the gate, there's a flag on the play.
No, the Cardinals.
And it's against Green Bay.
Let that drive for a little bit.
Offense number 19. 10-yard penalty. First down.
It's Equinemius St. Brown out on the edge, guilty of a hold.
Well, the Packers come out in 3 wide receivers. They're now going with, looks like they're going to have their 2 tight ends in the ball game here, but they have been heavy this year in 2 tight end personnel, and with the injuries, like you said, at the wide receiver position, and they're sticking with 1 tight end, so they're still staying with the 3 wide receiver looks here on first and second down.
For a second before I do it
It's
again.
first down and 18 after the hold. Rodgers sets up a screen for Jones, looking for a block and could not get the block from Royce Newman as Byron Murphy came sailing through there and made the tackle, a gain of 9.
Well, here he is. He's going to come right up the middle, and Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator, he gives a lot of different looks defensively, so right out of the gate, you know, how are you going to play Aaron Rodgers? He understands that they're shorthanded. And with the various looks, they like to disguise a lot of the things that they do as well. You're not going to fool Aaron Rodgers post-snap, but give him some different looks to affect what he does at the line of scrimmage with run and pass checks.
A lot of movement pre-snap. Jones trying to make the most out of that after getting met right at the line of scrimmage, a gain of 3. And third down coming up. The slow start, they picked it up. You see where they rank 23rd overall as Lucas Patrick makes his 2nd straight start at center, and John Runyon his 7th straight start at left guard. They're still without David Bakhtiari, who may come back next week. 3rd and 6.
His trusted receiver is there, Randall Cobb. That's the guy who he has the most confidence in of the guys that are on the field.
Rodgers gets rid of it, incomplete. Jones unable to make the catch, and Rodgers was under pressure by this Arizona defense. 4th down.
Well, they get the penalty on the first play of the game, and that backs them up, and it was just proved to be too much for Green Bay to overcome that. And like Aaron Rodgers told us when we talked to him on Friday, though, Joe, in this game, punting is not necessarily a bad thing for them offensively.
They have a good one in Bojorquez. Traded to the Packers right before the season opener by the Rams. Homer Bill. Kind of a line drive punt, but a good one. Rondale Moore can't stay in bounds. Good by Bojorquez. 57 yards and no return. That's exactly what Green Bay wanted as they flip the field, and Arizona's backed up here, and onto the field comes Kyler Murray. You know, you talk about the hits for a guy who's listed at 5'10", 207. Since he came into the league, he's suffered 126 hits. Sounds like a lot, but that's the fewest of any quarterback around the NFL.
Yeah, I think he does a really good job for a quarterback that's as athletic and as mobile as he is in protecting himself. He knows when to get to the ground, so you don't see him take a lot of vicious hits, even when they do get to him.
He's in trouble and gets a face mask on the tackle by Rashawn Gary. And just a bad break for Gary. He got there, but got a hold of the face mask.
Yeah, it's a good rush by Rashawn Gary. There's the grab. Immediately, 15 yards.
Face mask. Defense number 52. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down, Arizona.
I'd say that qualifies.
That definitely qualifies. You just hope, or you're glad that Kyler Murray is able to come back. That was a pretty good one that he got. And probably saved him some yards because Rashawn Gary, he gave up contain. He did that a little bit on Sunday as well. Kyler Murray would have been out the gate. There was nobody else to that side.
Here is a handoff to Edmonds, and Chase Edmonds picks up 3. Oren Burks in the middle of it for Green Bay makes the stop. This is a team that loves to run the ball. They run it 48% of the time, 4th highest percentage in the league, and then when they throw it, it's predominantly to the outside, the wide receivers, Hopkins, Moore, Green, and Kirk. Second game as a Cardinal for Zach Ertz, a longtime Eagle. 2nd and 7. That's a backward pass. Moore makes the catch out of bounds, forced out by Stokes. 3rd down coming up.
Well, we've heard that, Joe Barry is not calling the game defensively as the defensive coordinator. There's Jerry Gray. So the way that the mechanics are working over there on that Packers sidelines, Jerry Gray, who's the secondary coach, will call the coverage to the inside linebacker coach, Kirk Olivadotti, right there, and then he'll marry that with a defensive front, and he'll call that into Devondre Campbell, the middle linebacker. So there's a lot going on there in order to communicate the defensive scheme on each play.
3rd down and 4. Murray is able to stay upright and just throw it away, as he was forced to throw it by Preston Smith. And after that initial face mask call, nice job by the Packers defense forcing the punt.
Well, great job by Green Bay because they're able to get this push. You see, they go with a 4-man rush. Preston Smith initially looks like he's going to get outflanked, but he regroups and forces Kyler back into the middle of the field, and good coverage there in the secondary.
Andy Lee will punt. Amari Rodgers, the rookie, waits deep. Good punt. From about the 18, Rodgers, ball's out, recovered by Green Bay. 48-yard punt, 7-yard return, the fumble, but the Packers get on it and have it for the 2nd time in the game. No score early in Glendale.
Everybody stand up straight. Okay, now let me flip it.
Oh, baby. I got you, baby. I got you, baby.
And tonight's winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71, and 43.
43?
Those numbers again.
We won! Yes!
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me.
There's hot. Woo! Then there's Ghost Pepper Nugget hot. Fill the flame at BK with 8 pieces for just $1.49. Keep cool or feel the fire with Ghost Pepper Nuggets at BK. Your way, way spicier.
Sing along, put the volume up to 10. Let your neighbors hear the song. It's from me to you. That's what I'm talking about. Singing, we gon' turn it out. Let the bass vibrate through your soul. Take total control and shout it out. That's what I'm talking about. Singing, we gon' turn it out.
Go to NFLshop.com and get 20% off.
To the end zone, wide open. He is flying down the field. Let's go! Incredible play. Wow.
Download the NFL app today.
Those who can do this stuff do. Those who can't just put together video packages of different facial hair and length of hair and different looks of Aaron Rodgers. And tonight, old number 12 came walking in like he's got the ponytail. Looks like he's going to go do a set with the Foo Fighters tonight.
That might be after the game.
The lights just flickered. Somebody put another quarter in that thing and let's go. They're going to make sure that the lights are on so they don't go off mid-play. Looks like we're okay. From the 22. Quick setup and throw, and the pass is dropped. That's the rookie Amari Rodgers. And now the defense for Arizona. They come in a top 5 defense, 4th overall. Got a lot of injuries defensively, and they just lost J.J. Watt to a shoulder injury. Looks like surgery, and probably will cost him the rest of the season.
I like this defense. They got a lot of good players. They play physical. They fly around the football. I think Vance Joseph has them playing at a high level.
Rodgers to Rodgers, and Amari able to stay upright and get a couple of extra yards at the end of that play and get 7 to make it a more manageable 3rd down and 3 coming up as Chandler Jones made the stop out there on the edge eventually after Baker couldn't bring him down.
Well, it's a nice job by Amari Rodgers getting a little bit more out of that play. One of those young guys that hasn't had a lot of opportunity this season, but he's been relied on really already here in the early going a little bit more than I thought that he might. I thought they would come out a little bit more in some of their 2 tight end packages, because those being the players that have played more through the first part of the season.
Rodgers sideline, Jones catch, and the ball's out. Incomplete. It's 4th down with Isaiah Simmons back there defending for Arizona.
Well, they get one-on-one, Isaiah Simmons and Aaron Jones, and try to utilize some of the things that he can do. It's a well-thrown ball and is one that Isaiah Simmons, as it's coming off his hands, he's able to get it out of there. But they had a chance for the big play, and those are going to be the plays that they're going to need to be able to make in this ball game when they present themselves.
Bojorquez again. This one not as good. A little bit of room in front of Moore. Good return, Rondale Moore. And the rookie of 14.